Welcome back, my dear student. So we are still working on homepage here, making sure that everything works before we move on. All right. In the last lecture, we took care of the category page. Well, we didn't take care of it 100%, but those links are taking us to the category.php and it's taking the get request that we need to show the remaining products here, right? All right. So before we move on, let's go ahead and make sure that this link here takes us to the same page as this. All right, so all we got to do is go to functions, get products. Let's see what we have, and we can make a big comment right here and say something like front end functions. There we go. Big comment. There we go. All right, and then we can put back end down here. Back end, just to make sure that we have that outlined there. All right, so on the get products here we have a link that is the title, which is, I think is this link right here. Product image, no, the next one, price, and the title. So this one, let us help take us to item php, and then we'll take in, of course, with the ID, the product ID. Actually, we need row. There we go. And then product ID inside here. There we go. We could just copy it too, but that's fine. It's good to write. Sometimes we click on it, it takes us to that page with the ID. All right, perfect. All right. So I think we're done here for now. Now let's go ahead and start working on the item page here. All right, because there's nothing else we could do here. Um, Everything is good, and we got a lot of work to do on this page right here on the oops, we got some work to do on the item page. All right, so let's go ahead and start working on that. Let's go to make sure that everything's closed here. Let's go to the item page in public index.php. I'm just gonna close some of this. All right, perfect. Click on item.php and the index.php, keep it open because we're gonna need that. And as you remember here, we split everything on the page content, so we're gonna do the same thing with item.php. all right, so on page content right here, we're gonna take it off, and we don't even need to paste it anywhere. We're just gonna copy the header from the index.php right here and just paste it in there. We also are going to copy this config. There we go. All right, and let's get the footer too. The footer, this is the container. We don't need this one down here. This is gonna be the oops, make sure you get everything though. There we go. And I'm just gonna copy the footer right here. It's down here somewhere. There we go. Paste it in there. Make sure that it still works. I saved it and it still works. All right, perfect. What else we need? We don't even need the navigation because the navigation is included in header, right? So this one is showing a static navigation here, which we don't want this. So let's just replace that with a real navigation. There we go. Oops, let me just do Control Z and see what happens here. We had a row on the last one, and we don't have that here. That's fine. Let's just see how that works. And make sure that we have it on this col-md-3 inside there. Let's actually take a look at our navigation real quick. Front, side nav, and it's still inside our MD, so MD3. That's the class that's gonna make this like 33% of the screen, I believe. If I'm mistaken, please correct me. So let's just double check here. All right, you see that changed to the dynamic categories. All right, What else we need to change here? We don't have anything else that needs changing dynamically here, because we have the footer. We have a whole bunch of items here. All right, so that is converted dynamically there. All right, the next thing is to start bringing information, bringing data from the database in here. And for that, we need to create another function that is going to be displaying the single item, okay, in this page. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this lecture. And on the next lecture, we're going to continue building on that. Thank you.